Mornings in Melbourne's outer north are slow going, but the growth of this area has been very fast. 5 years ago, the population of Calcalo was about 100 people. Now, it's more than 6,000. At this estate, there's only one road in and out. Rami Najmuddin moved to Calcalo to provide a bigger home for his family, but the price he pays is measured in time.
It takes a good 20-25 minutes just to get out onto the highway.
His wife Atira leaves home at 8:15 for the school drop-off.
It's going to take me about 45 minutes to just drop her to school.
And how far off is school?
3 kilometres.
This is why. On a good day, Donnybrook Road looks like this. But on a bad day, cars are banked up so far, all you can do is wait and wait and wait.
Sometimes you do get thoughts of, did I make the right move buying here? That does come across sometimes because there's more frustration than there is ease. It is quite frustrating.
Another reason people in this area spend so much time in the car is there's not much public transport. This bus only comes every half an hour and it doesn't go to the back of the estate. That's why 70% of the homes in Calcalo have 2 or more cars registered, compared to the state average of 55% of homes.
The infrastructure deficits are huge. The infrastructure deficits around road transport, around schools, but obviously particularly around things like rail transport, where many of those suburbs are still running on V-line services that were built and timetabled for peri-urban communities, not for new growing suburbs.
Residents here would love better access to Donnybrook train station. It's just a couple of 100 metres that way, but there's no pedestrian walkway, so most people drive.
That legacy of promise and undelivered promise, dotted lines on maps for new infrastructure, new rail infrastructure and the like, really right now is hitting its limit.
In parts of the outer suburbs, some communities are taking matters into their own hands.
I'm on my way to Diwali celebrations at a Sikh temple in Melbourne's outer west.
There's no bus stop near the temple in Plumpton, so volunteers are filling the gap. Manjit Singh has helped to organise these celebrations. He says running their own private bus service is the only way to bring this whole community together.
At the moment it is difficult because we don't have a bus service at all, but it would be nice if you could have something like a flexi bus that's been running in South Melton, come out towards this side as well, just to help people get around a bit more.
This is that flexi ride service, and I just booked a ride on it through an app.
Every week it takes about 700 people to designated destinations like shops, schools and transport. Similar on-demand bus routes are funded by the state government to operate in a handful of outer suburbs, but experts say it's not enough.
The answer is to have a regular 20-minute bus service around neighbourhood areas so people can just go to a bus stop and know that a bus will come very soon and they'll know they can get home again.
Here, in Melbourne's outer north, one developer didn't want to wait for the government to act, so the company started its own private service for residents.
There's no bus service in the local area, so it was about trying to open up the possibilities in terms of the destinations they could get to.
Since then, the bus route has been taken over by the public transport network, recognition of the surge in demand.
The key solution is for state government to plan and deliver public transport options as people move into new suburbs. We just can't have people and families moving in and waiting 10 years for the first bus.
It's a need that's being felt across communities in these crucial outer suburban electorates, where the outcome of November's poll could well be determined.
The outer suburbs could be where this state election is won or lost. Labor saw swings against the party in this year's federal election in many outer suburban seats. So let's take a look at what the major parties are offering those living outside the city. Transport is a key issue for Victorians living in the outer suburbs. Labor's promised to build a train station in Keilor East to connect the suburb to the airport rail link, upgrade the railway stations at Melton and Sunshine and increase capacity, and remove every level crossing on the Frankston, Melton and Werribee train lines by 2030. The coalitions promised to extend the Frankston and Cranbourne train lines, cap public transport fares across Melbourne to $2 a day and halve V-line fares. It would also look at extending tram lines to Bayswater and Ferntree Gully. Labor's also pledged to build or upgrade 4 hospitals in the outer suburbs, including in Ringwood and Epping, build 50 low-fee state-run childcare centres in areas where there's a shortage, and open 23 new schools in outer suburban Melbourne, including 2 in Tarneet. The coalitions also pledged to build or upgrade 5 hospitals in the outer suburbs, including in Wantirna and Werribee, to spend $1.5 billion to upgrade roads in the west and reverse what it's called the tradies tax by axing registration fee hikes on building companies.